Want to make something so beautiful and so delicious it makes all your friends go, wow? Well, of course you do. So you should try our Poached Pear Quick Bread. It is ridiculously easy to make. Here, I'll show you how. You'll need 3 pears, and I suggest using Bosc pears because they hold their shape really well when they're cooked. Okay, so you want to cook them at sort of a medium-low boil until they're starting to get tender. You don't want them completely tender. You want the knife to kind of go in but then stick about maybe ½ an inch into the flesh. And then that's good, they're done. So you'll take them out of the pan and let them cool off a little, and then we'll trim them to fit the pan. You don't want to trim them first because the skin might kind of start to unravel as you're poaching them. So then you want to make your quick bread batter, and here we have a recipe of ours. It's our Maple-Stout Quick Bread, and we just love the flavors of this with those pears. But you could use any quick bread you like a banana bread or even a pound cake recipe or even a beer cheese bread. So the pears have cooled off and I've already trimmed some, and you can see you want some of that stem to kind of poke out of the top because that's the beautiful part, and you can kind of test and see where these are going to go in your pan. So you want them to poke out a little bit. You can kind of mark it, maybe score it with your thumbnail, and then just slice off that part of the bottom. And so that's why if you can find smaller pears, shorter pears, you can get that whole gorgeous pear shape. But we just found big guys and these work nicely too. Okay, the pears are trimmed, and now I'm going to dust just a little bit of flour over them. What that's going to do is help the quick bread batter stick to the skin and adhere to the pear. And I'm kind of starting a little bit of the ways down because I don't want that flour on the top of the pear that's going to be poking out of the bread. It won't be quite as pretty. So you see how the brush is really nice. It just puts a light coating on there. Okay, so now you just want to get everything in the pan together. If your batter is very thick, I suggest placing the pears in the pan first and then spinning the batter around because you might damage them as you try to work them in the batter. But this one's pretty loose, so you just kind of squish your pears down, kind of arrange them the way you want. Maybe you want the stems going different ways. And I know that this bread is going to rise up to about right here, so we're good to go to the oven. And just bake according to instructions, but know that you'll need to add probably about 5 or 10 extra minutes. So that's it. It's that easy, and look how beautiful it is. So it's beautiful before you cut into it, but just wait until you see what happens when you do cut in. You start seeing hints of the pear, and as you cut in deeper, you get more. Ah, look how gorgeous. For more great cooking ideas, recipes, and tips, come to cookinglight.com.